Welcome. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to send sample lumens on the test network to another Stellar user. What you do is this. You head over to where you have the laboratory and click on the transaction builder. When you click on your transaction builder, the very first input box asks for the source account. The source account in this case refers to the sender's account number. So what you do is that you try to enter your sender's account number in this input box. Now remember, your source account here represents your own public key as an individual. So what I do first, let me look for my public key. I have it stored somewhere in the course here. I will just grab it. So here is my public key. I enter my public key in the source account. After doing that, typically I am supposed to hit the fetch next sequence number for account starting with my public key. But if I do this, I will get an error that says account not found or not funded. The reason here's the error I was talking about. The reason here is simple. I am on the test network. Now, since this account is already a live account, for me to get this to work, I'll have to hit the public. But since we're in the test network, let us just keep it that way. The transaction sequence number is usually one number higher than the current account sequence number. Now, it could be any number of your choice. You could make it up, but it should be at least not less than 10 characters. You could get up to 17 characters. So before now, I had generated one and I kept it for myself. So let's enter it there. So enter it, the transaction sequence number. The base fee here is optional, so you can choose to enter one or not. But the network here charges you a base fee of 100 strokes, which is equivalent of 0.0001 lumen. Quite cheap. Now, since our operation here involves sending money, so we're going to choose payment. Now, when I choose payment, I need to enter the destination of the recipient. Now, this is typically the public key of the recipient. So in this case, I'm supposed to look for somebody that I like, or maybe one of the students that is taking this course, and enter their public key. So let's go back here and look for a student. I see somebody here, Vanessa. So let's try and get her public key and send her some lumen. So enter her public key here as a destination. For the asset, let's just keep it as native. For the amount, how much I'm supposed to send to her, let me send her 50 lumens. Now the source account here is optional. You don't have to do anything. Now when you scroll down to where you have transaction envelope XDR, you could see a sequence of numbers here. Now this shows you that your first transaction, your first operation here was successful. So I'll copy this number, and I need to sign this transaction so as to verify that it is a legitimate transaction that is coming from me. So I click on transaction signer, and when I do that, I paste the characters that I copied into this panel. And upon doing that, I can see that this is the valid transaction envelope XDR. The next thing I do is that I'll click import transaction. When I import this transaction, I could see the details here. Now this is transaction envelope, this is the source account, sequence number, this is transaction fee, number of transaction, existing number of signature. Now the signature in this part here represents your secret key. So in this case, I'm going to enter my secret key. I will try to lock this off since this is, of course, my secret key. The essence is just to help me sign this transaction. Now notice that the moment I enter the true secret key here, the result I have on the bottom here changes. So I'll copy this result here, and the next instruction I have, according to the Open Institute course, is that we need to verify it. So we'll look at what we do next here. We've succeeded in sending money to this person. So you see, You can double check the transaction by putting the XDR envelope into the XDR viewer and decoding it. Now let's see if this was a valid transaction. I'll hit on decode, and for sure it was a very valid transaction. And now I can send Vanessa an email or something and say, hey Vanessa, I sent you 50 lumens. Check your account balance, and should have had 50 lumens added to her account. Thank you very much. I hope this was useful, and of course if you have issues, don't forget to reach out to fellow developers on the Stellar Slack channel. And also, if you have any concern, you can also comment on this video using the comment box, and I'll be very happy to help out. Thank you.